Welcome to Shinobido Tales of the Ninja, a PSP game I'm emulating. You're lucky because I've got a save from my game in progress, and it's very easy to copy one from the PSP to the PC. Haven't touched it in nearly 2 years, let's see why. Well, that was loud. The menu looks pretty bad and lazy. I think it's the red font with the green highlight that's doing it. And I can confirm that it looks equally poorly on the PSP when you don't stretch it to 1080p. First things first, the entire campaign engine is gone. All of these nodes are pre-made missions. And here's character select. I've got a few unlocked already. Let's try something different. Oh, this is a cutscene. Yeah, this is what happens when you go from fully voiced animation on a DVD to a game less than 200 megabytes in size. Right, so this is a PSP game, and I have no stick for camera control. This is different. I also don't have an inventory. Those items I have are also predetermined for each mission, and you have no say in this.
What?
It's impossible to fight anyone without the lock-on function. That was the exact same move, and this time it did nothing. Oh, and the lock-on in this game works like crap. You'll see a lot of me facing away from enemies. By the way, the items being preset means you'll have to learn to play without the hook. You've probably noticed by now that this is not Gok's moveset. Well, when you can see it. Yeah, so on the PSP, instead of rigging all models for Gok's skeleton, they simply let you play as other people. What sounds good on paper proves to be an impressively asinine decision, you'll see why. Ah, he's dead. Right, this map style might look familiar. You probably saw something like this in my garden. That is because most levels in this game were made in the editor. As a result, they lack small details and frequently have very artificial shapes. In fact, the download option in the main menu lets you transfer a map made on the PS2 to your PSP using a USB cable. I wonder why an aerial stealth kill didn't trigger. Anyway, you can play custom-made maps from the big game here on the go. But there are a few problems with that. One of them is that the PSP title has abysmal controls. But it also has a different, simpler physics engine. So if you are relying on some trick shots or fine precision in your design mission, it's sure as hell not going to work here. This works, however. Hey, come back. I'll just mention that there are no voices besides these combat yells. On the PS2, the lock-on did a great job at making you face in the right direction. Here it's like it's random. Level up. Leveling up is how you improve your characters, a little. But also, when you hit certain levels with certain people, you unlock more characters. Let's try this one to see a different map. Ooze is not a master of stealth. This walk animation is amazing. But let's check out his stealth attack. Good enough. Yes, Oo's moveset does not include a stealth attack. And thus, every character using their own moves instead of Goth's makes most of them absolutely worthless. What a great feature. Let's continue. There should be some plot around here. Part 2. What a great name. Memorable. Ichijo still rules. Yes, this is also a sequel to the hidden ending. And Ichijo wants to bang a princess for political reasons. But her dad wants us to do him a service. The Kinobi ninjas are such massive fuck-ups that they are hated in their own province, and the Lord of the Realm wants them dead. Apparently Uz keeps killing random villagers by accident. Let's exterminate them. Hibitombo is back from the dead to kill his partner. Does he have a stealth attack? Well, that's a relief. Now, let's sum up what they did in this game to the core of the original Shinobido. Sorry, one moment, please. I didn't see him. So, first of all, the dynamic campaign has been cut. Which is strange, because the PSP could easily handle a few resource variables and some basic mission generation. If a system can't run a roguelike, it can run Shinobido's campaign. Then they cut out the alchemy, which is, again, something a system capable of addition operations should have no trouble with. Then they cut out the inventory and the customizable loadouts. Can't find an excuse for that either. Then they went with a really lazy implementation of playable characters. Now let's think what they did try to do. They tried to recreate the PS2 game engine on the PSP, and fucking failed because the hardware is incomparable, both in terms of processing power and the controller arrangement. And so this game came to be. A 119 megabyte pile of junk. In fact, no one gives a shit about Tales of the Ninja. To illustrate just how little of a shit anyone gives, I'll tell you this. Shinobido Tales of the Ninja is a game that can be bought on the PlayStation Store, not in the US, but in Europe, right now if you want to. And yet at the moment of me recording this commentary, it does not have a Moby Games entry. Shinobido 1 and 2 are there. Obscure Polish point-and-click adventure games based on Sex Misia are there. But Tales of the Ninja is something even the fans of the series won't touch with a barge pole. The fuck was that? Oh, just a word for later in the recording. If you see the camera embedded in my character, sounds of attacks and the enemy taking no damage, it's probably because I'm facing away from the enemy and the lock is buggered. And look how ugly the map is, how obvious the texture tiles are. This whole game is like this. I suppose it's a plus we don't visit the same 8 or so maps over and over again, but why does a replacement have to be an eyesore? Oh, and there are invisible walls now, instead of some kind of natural map borders. Alright, the only one left to kill is Uz. We've got some sushi of unknown properties. I didn't check it in the briefing. Let's try it out. That's way more than what we needed to see. The physics engine is amazing. It looks kind of funny, but it's not fun to play. Ichijo is going to become a man now. The mission title Ball Dance didn't lie. What else is here? I remember lots of crappy map layouts. What's this special mission thing? This one is about Lord Akami's son, who messed up and ended up imprisoned by Ichijo's people on suspicion of being a spy. And we need to get him out before he gets interrogated properly. Oh, there's a timer. Look at my items. Is this a joke? Whoa, that's a move, all right. And now you're going to feel a little prick. Yojimbo's the name, as tortures my game. There's a strong enemy near. What are the odds I won't be able to see him before he attacks me? Lucky. What now? Oh, charming. This character has a pause after his big slash. Shinobido, Tales of Raining Men. Did you see that? Right, let's find out what Lord Akami's son looks like. I'm running out of time. Wait, is this house? So apparently the sun looks like a flag with a target painted on it. The more you know. Oh, they were in cages, which we didn't see. Yes, remember that problem in Shinobido when exciting shit happened and we didn't see any of it? No? Sorry I asked. Wait, is this the same mission or the next one? The interface is a bit unclear. Ah, nope, it's the same one. If you press the details button after beating a mission, it throws you right back to the briefing. So, what else is there to do? I think I remember a really bad map around this corner of the plot. This one, if memory serves. Look at it. Is this a cave? A snot dungeon? A petrified hedge maze? I don't know, it's some mess of square shapes that form a path with some enemies. That didn't kill it. let's leave them to it. Having no camera control is wonderful. Ah, and how was I supposed to see that? The golden fart clouds on the nose mean the mission was completed with the highest ranking. This affects absolutely nothing. Ichijo's princess was kidnapped. Let's save her. Oh yes, I recognize this running style. That's a Sadami man, alright. Now if only I knew how to look down. I would not have run into him like that. Wait, do I not have a fucking sword? Killed by fall damage. Fantastic. Now, how else can I embarrass myself? Let's try Swordsman. The thing that really makes me mad about Shinobido on the PSP being such a massive failure is that I know that a PSP side game for a big console title doesn't have to be shit. Finally, a sword. Anyway, there is a Gladiator slave sim of sorts on the PS2, Coliseum Road to Freedom. Why is Ichijo's guy attacking me too? Did they remove the factions from the AI? Right, so Coliseum has a prequel called Gladiator Begins on the PSP. And for that, they redid a big portion of the combat engine, making fighting more manageable with simpler controls. But they expanded the story mode and the weapon upgrade system, so that you actually have more stuff to do outside of the arena than on the PS2. And it works really well. Now, I said you could transfer missions from the PS2 here. Well, I did that. All of these pre-made missions were included on the disc. There is one problem though, which applies to the main Shinobido game too. It seems that in the Japanese version, the disc had a ton of fan-made missions and special challenges, some of which were even tied to unlockable characters. But for the European version, probably to fit the English dub, most of that was axed. All that remains are a bunch of tutorials, samples and random stuff. What? Oh, hi, girl. Let's get that mushroom. I think I'm going the wrong way. This was easy. Piece of cake. And now... You know why I can't do anything here? Since we're 4 item slots short on the PSP, the items level designer places in the right-hand quick item panel are not given to you when you play the mission on the PSP. You're supposed to shoot that mushroom down with shurikens. That's just super. Oh, and there is one more thing. Well, at least one. The little toy that could not show up for the mission. Yep, I've got nothing. And I'm not going to find a toy on the map. The idea of the mission is to throw a remote control thing over there, and then use it to push the rice off the cliff so that you can pick it up. It's actually something you never have to do in the big game, because most packages are indoors and not placed on insane geometry. But let's just take a good look at what you get on the PSP. You get no clues, an empty inventory, and no tools to do your job. I like the fact that even the bottomless pits in Tales of the Ninja have visible floors. Let's take in one more mission. Physics is cool. Or maybe we should try something else. No, I want to show you how fucked up that one is. So, I have 2 remote-controlled chicks, and I'm avoiding the joke about counting Kino as the 3rd one. We're not short on any items. Now see those wooden shields lined up on the rocks? You're supposed to knock them down and make them fall like dominoes, and it does look cool. On the PS2. I'll show it eventually. But to start the chain you need to push something with a remote chick you toss up onto a cliff near the starting point. You know, the usual operation, you hold down the chick item shortcut, aim up in first-person view and throw. Except the thing is, the PSP version does not have a first-person view. It doesn't let you free aim your throws, it's either forward or at a locked target. So a mission working on this version of the engine has to be very special indeed. Can Goth do any better? Of course not. Why does Tales of the Ninja exist? All of it is pointless. And shit. I'm really shocked the Vita game turned out alright. Do not press the start button.